Hi guys, so today is my day out, so I'm doing my video diary for the culture proof in my bedroom. Um, the question for my video diary today is our moral outrage hurting Canada's economy? And I will tell you it is not. Okay, so for better or for worse, Canada's economy is a socialist economy. And in this video post, you'll learn how it is different fundamentally from the American economy in very dramatic ways. But the answer is our moral outrage, right, is not hurting the economy. Canada's economy is made up of only three interconnected parts. All right. That's how smart I am. Right. Just like, Professor Robertson, he says this is pretty much the cause of all mental issues. I'm saying Canada's economy, socialist economy, is only made of three interconnecting parts. All right. And within those parts is how the socialism plays out. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many people in Canada there are. It doesn't matter how many companies in Canada there are. All right. The government, right, collects our taxes. All right. So you can say, well, the more companies there are, right? The more people working, the more taxes, right? But then we have to move on to the second part. The government collects taxes in order to pay for our healthcare system, our sort of like daycare system, for children, our university tuition, right, and all sorts of other things. And then there's a part of our taxes from our wages set aside, all right, in which the government uses to invest. Because the government knows full well the tax revenue will fluctuate, in recession or various things, it will fluctuate. But the socialist, so like that socialist part of Canada, providing healthcare costs and things like that, have to be the same. Like in 1 year, they might find like 1,000 people have opioid addiction, but the tax revenue is low. Next year, tax revenue is high, still 1,000 people have opioid addiction. The level of healthcare, level of education, for each individual, the quality for each individual has to stay the same as much as possible when the tax revenue fluctuates, when the economy is booming or when it's slow. And so what tops it up is taking a portion of our taxes and investing it, finance. So what the government's doing is investing in infrastructure projects in other countries. And it's like, what good is that? Well, say, if you build a utility, hydroelectric dam, but you're an investor, you get a portion of the customer fees. When customers pay for their electricity in another country, and you're an investor, you own that hydroelectric dam, part owner, you get part of those customer fees. And you build a toll highway and people use it, and you're a part owner, you can get part of those tolls. So that's sort of like where, or you can sell off your portion, when it's built, it looks beautiful and it works great. You sell off your portion for profit, for a higher price. So that's what the government doing, in order to top up, the socialist part of Canada, like the costs. Um, so there's more outrage regarding maybe the government policy on abortion, or maybe how they're investing in certain private companies or bailing them out is a part of the first part, the tax base, but it only affects a few companies. So right now, off the top of my head, I can say the pipeline company. I can say Toronto Star, the newspaper. I was gonna say, uh, who, like, Sears Canada went out of business, right? Um, what else can I say? Like Hudson's Bay, parent of Saks and Lord Taylor. So a lot of this. So like, if you have a moral outrage about the environment, about abortion, I don't see why you should shut up if the newspaper can't make money. You know what? You know how a newspaper makes money, or how a department store makes money. You know, or like, if you have more outrage about the environment, I don't know. Uh, I don't know why we have to shut up about one company, because what the pipeline is promising is future revenue, right? Future revenue that we never know. Like last year, or maybe 3 years ago, Hudson's Bay brought up Saks and Lord Taylor. It's going to flood the Canadian market with luxury department stores. 3 years ago, that was the future of Canada. I don't see it now. So that oil pipeline promising the future 3 years hence from now, flying cars, all sorts of futuristic things, money galore, could end up just like Hudson's Bay, but with more pollution. So it's really just a few companies making a lot of noise, trying to get us shut up about our moral outrage, because they're promising a future 3 years hence, and every time we look at their track record, it's total devastation. All right, so we are the choices we make today. That is the Canadian economy in 3 gears. See you guys later.